Phil says, I have followed Bradley's advice for content mirroring the money site into the Google Stack assets and iframing in pages. Will it benefit if we send some PBN links to the gsite pages that link and have our money site pages embedded in there? Yes. Any one of the layers in the content mirroring method are link building targets. If so, what anchors would you use? And would you go direct or through another buffer that then links to the gsite page? No, you can go direct. So let me pull that up real quick. Give me a second. That's a great question. So stand by and I'll demonstrate this. It's a good question. Any one of those layers. Go ahead.
I hijacked this, like I posted the link to join the niche selection kind of thing, just so people know.
So it's in chat, guys. Selecting a niche training. It's in chat. Thank you. What was I doing? Content mirroring. Right here. Okay. So this structure here. So you're asking if you can build links. You can see I say topically relevant links in this diagram to any one of these layers, right? This is the money site layer, and you can build topically relevant links there too. But to be safe, and whether if you have a Google Business Profile, this is for a no Google Business Profile project, because I'm doing a lot of that right now because of the hybrid model that I've been working on, and keep telling you guys, like, that's what I'm working on, the organic assets, get them to rank, use that to find lead buyers that already have Google Business Profiles that aren't ranking. Right. So you get them to rent the assets or buy leads, whatever, however you monetize the organic assets. And then you back into doing retainer-based work on their Google Business Profile. So you don't have to worry about getting spammed listings or spammed Google Business Profiles. You don't have to worry about them being suspended and then trying to reinstate them, all of that, because they're real valid businesses. You can work a Google Business Profile into this sort of a structure. And if you do that, it would be right here. It would be in parallel with the YouTube videos. That's the first layer in the content mirroring structure. That makes sense. So any one of these points here are link building. All of these are link building targets. So what would I do? Typically, guys, I recommend mostly at tier 1 brand anchors. I've been saying that for over a year now, a year and a half. Again, here's another example, just for some more context. Okay. Take screenshots, guys. If you haven't already, take screenshots. But here's what I do for most of my anchor text ratios, right? Generally at tier 1, mostly brand anchors and some embeds, but typically only the Google Business website and map do I do embeds for, because I've seen cannibalization occur from a different domain, like essentially another domain. If you embed the money site, sometimes can outrank the money site. So you got to be careful about that. So I don't do a lot of embeds with the money site anymore. I do in the G site, but I'm saying that's further out. I mean, I've seen that cannibalize it still to this day. Anyway, but mostly brand anchors at tier 1. At tier 2, you can do what I call target anchors, which is keyword plus location modifier, or topic anchors, which are keywords only. And then out of tier 3, generally, and by the way, these are just guidelines. It's not always this structure, because that would leave a pattern. We don't do that, right? We shouldn't do that. But we do target anchors often at tier 2. And then topic anchors at tier 3. But we do a combination of all of these at all different tiers. But this is kind of the method that's been working well for us. We're mostly at tier 1. We do branded anchors mostly. And so coming back to this, what I would do is kind of a mix between brand, target, and topic anchors to all of these. That makes sense. With the heaviest percentage on brand. That's what I'm seeing in local works the most, guys. I mean, again, the 80-20 rule applies here. 80% of the time when I'm doing competition analysis for local projects, doesn't matter what industry it's in, 80% of the time, the average anchor text ratio for the top 5 ranked competitors in organic search is 40% or higher in the brand anchor text category. That makes sense. So that's good. It makes our job easier as local, as SEOs that are doing local work. When you're ever question what kind of link to build, direct to the money site, or even to your branded tier 1 assets, go with a brand link or brand anchor, excuse me. Right. And then beyond that, that's where you can start pushing some keyword anchors in. Target anchors are keyword plus location modifier. Topic anchors are keyword only without location modifier. That makes sense. So this kind of a structure is just, again, this guy's just like a funnel, right? Bottom of funnel is the most specific, which I would want to consider brand. Then as you go further up in the funnel, you can broaden it out a bit, right? So that's why I say I like to have brand At tier 1, linking to the tier 0 assets. At tier 2, target sometimes, or topic, a combination of the two. But you can also do brand at tier 2, by the way, because if these are branded tier 1 assets, wouldn't it make sense to link to those with a brand anchor? Of course it would. So you can do 2 layers, 2 tiers of brand anchors, and then start hitting at tier 3 your target and topic anchors, which are keyword anchors. Does that make sense?